everyone, welcome to Math Magic. Today we're going to look at dice games. Here are the benefits of playing dice games: counting, one-to-one correspondence, number recognition, addition, and graphing skills. Duplo Towers. You'll need one die and two players. For this, you'll need some Duplo squares and two markers, people or animals. The first person rolls the dice and sees what number they've got. I have 3, so I'm going to add 3 bricks. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put my man on top. The next player then rolls. They've got 5, so they're going to add 5 bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's player 1's turn again. This game goes on this way until you run out of Duplo blocks or until you've built the highest tower. Sounds like a lot of fun, but I think it's a race. This is a great game for beginners who are new to dice games and who are just learning to count. It's easy to represent the numbers that they see on the dice with Duplo blocks. Roll and represent. For this game, you need one die, one player, and some counters. For this game, you're going to need an easy board. I just used a piece of paper and a marker and a ruler. I made a grid, and I made 10 sections across. You can use 12 if you like, because 2 dice will roll up to 12, but I decided to use 10 because when we're teaching about numbers, we tend to start with the first 10. Add the numbers 1 to 10 across the top. So I've got the game board, and you're going to need 2 dice for this one. And as I said before, you're going to need something to use as counters. You can use anything that you have in the house. I just happen to have these cupcake ones, so I thought I would put them to good use. The first player rolls the dice and looks at the numbers you've got. Here's a 4 and a 6. So now you want to count out enough counters to represent that on the section that has that number. So here I'm going to put 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we roll again. This time I've got a 3 and a 1. So I'm going to put 1 counter under 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3 under 3. 4. I already got 4, so I can't use that one. And 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. I already got 3 and 2. I don't have 2 yet. So 1, 2. This game is great to play alone, and it's good for counting, number recognition, one-to-one correspondence, and is a great first graphing skills game. This game's called Martinetti. You need 3 dice and 2 players. This game also needs a very simple board, so I have a paper, my pencil, and a ruler. And this time I'm going to make a grid with 2 columns. I'm going to mark off. I'm going to use 10 spaces, but you can use 12, again, because 2 dice add up to 12, but because we're beginning with numbers, I'm going to do just 10 for 1 to 10. Write your numbers in both columns from 1 to 10. There you go. Board is ready. So for this game, we've got 3 dice, 1 board, 2 players, and you're going to need 2 counters just to keep track. I'm going to use cupcakes again. To win this game, you want to be the first one to go to 12 and back, but you have to roll the number that you need to land on. Here's my 3 dice. Let's give it a shot. I hope I roll a 1. Nope, no 1, and I need 1 to get started, so now it's the other player's turn. No 1 again. Player 1. Nothing I can use. Player 2. Again. Hooray! I got a 1! So now I move my counter onto 1. And I got a 2, so I can move again. I wish I had a 3, but a 5 isn't useful for me because I need a 3 right now. Player 2 still looking for a 1. Didn't get one in this roll. I did get 2 4s though. That's kind of cool. A 1! Finally, on the board. And a 4 and a 5. I can't use those because I need a 2. Looking for a 3 this time. I have a 2 and a 6 and a 1. But if I put 2 and 1 together, that makes 3 and I can use that. Just keep taking turns until you roll the numbers that you want. Remember that if you need a number and you didn't roll it, but you have 2 dice that will add up to it, or even 3, you can use that. Each dice can only be counted 1 time, and you can only win if you go all the way to 10 and all the way back. Now for the last game. This one's called Pig. You need 1 die and 2 or more players. This game does not require a game board, but it does require a tally sheet to keep score. This is another one of those games that also has a graphing component to it. I'm going to set this up for 2 players, but remember, if you're playing with more, you need more spots for them. The object of the game is to be the first player to reach 100, or you can choose a different number if you want. Each person will have a turn rolling the dice. All you want to do is not roll a 1. If you roll it and you didn't get a 1, then you can tally your points. I rolled a 5, so I'm going to make 5 tally marks under my name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can choose to roll again, as long as I don't roll a 1. If I want to keep my 5 points, I can give the dice to the next player, but I'm going to roll. Ooh, 6! That's excellent. So now I'm going to make 6 more marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 under my name. And I'm going to roll again. 3. So I'm going to add 3 more tally marks under my dice. I wonder if I should give up my turn. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my points. Oh, I got a 5, so I can add 5 more. Ooh, it's getting risky. And I got a 1. That means that all my points are lost for this turn, and it's the next person's turn to play. I should have stopped sooner. This game is really fun, and you have to use some strategy. You have to know when to take your points and run. It also has early graph skills because you're keeping tally marks, and it's great for counting. Thank you for joining me for Math Magic. I'll see you again next time. Ona!